In your business news, veteran South African politician Tito Mboweni has been appointed as the country's new finance minister. The swearing-in ceremony took place in Cape Town just hours after the president accepted the resignation of Nhlanhla Nene. Last week, Nene testified before the inquiry into corruption in the public sector, and he admitted to holding several meetings with the controversial Gupta family. Rene Del Carme has more.
President Ramaphosa made the announcement amid growing pressure for him to axe Nhlanhla Nene, putting an end to uncertainty surrounding the all-important position of finance minister.
Minister Nene this morning submitted a letter of resignation to me in which he requested that I should relieve him of his position of Minister of Finance of the Republic of South Africa. He has indicated that there is risk that the developments around his testimony that he gave to the Commission on State Capture will detract from the important task of serving the people of South Africa, particularly as we work to re-establish public trust in government. After due consideration of the circumstances surrounding this matter and in the interests of good governance, I have decided to accept his resignation.
The president thanked Nene for having carried out his duties with diligence and great ability, often under immense pressure, and stressed that Nene had not been implicated in any acts of wrongdoing.
And in the wake of Mr. Nene's resignation, I have decided to appoint Mr. Tito Mboweni as the Minister of Finance with immediate effect. As former governor of the Reserve Bank of South Africa, and before that as Minister of Labour, Mr. Mboweni brings to this position vast experience in areas of finance, economic policy, as well as in governance. Mr. Mboweni takes on this responsibility at a very critical time.
Swear that I'll be faithful to the Republic of South Africa.
Swear that I'll be faithful to the Republic of South Africa.
President Cyril Ramaphosa says it's time for strong, capable and steady leadership in the finance portfolio to grow the economy. And Tito Mboweni, with his wealth of experience, is the right person for the job. Rene Del Carme, CGTN, at Parliament in Cape Town, South Africa.
Now, Tito Mboweni becomes South Africa's fourth finance minister in just 3 years. And he's no stranger to the Treasury. CGTN's Sumitra Naidu takes a look at his political career.
Tito Mboweni is no stranger to politics or the Treasury. He joined the ANC in the 80s. Nelson Mandela appointed him Minister of Labour in 1994. In 1998, Mboweni joined the South African Reserve Bank as advisor to then-Governor Chris Stals. In 1999, he became the first black person to take over as governor of the Reserve Bank. He remained in this position until the end of his term in 2009 and was praised for his prudent policy and oversight. Tito Mboweni was sworn in as the new finance minister just 20 minutes before the JSE closed. There was virtually no reaction on the markets, which traders believe is a good sign. The rand firmed a touch just as the announcement was made.
We can gauge from the currency's reaction that investors welcomed the announcement. If we look at where the currency was trading against the dollar, it was pretty much around 15 rand to the dollar during the early part of the day. But as the announcement drew closer, people started to get a sense that it would be a positive announcement, and the market rallied. And by the time the announcement actually happened, the rand was trading below 14 rand 70 and seems to have held on to that strength.
The new finance minister has a strong track record and solid academics for the position. He has a degree in economics and political science from the National University of Lesotho, where he was in exile during apartheid. He completed a Master of Arts degree in developmental economics in England. During his tenure at the Reserve Bank, Mboweni was appointed Honorary Professor of Economics at UNISA from 2000 to 2003. He was also awarded an honorary doctorate in economics by the University of Natal, and he was Vice-Chancellor at the University of the Northwest. The response to the new appointment thus far has been mostly good.
It's important to restore confidence in government. He mentioned that in the press conference today. It's also important to make sure that National Treasury is not tainted with any scandal relating to the state capture. Now, clearly the appointment of Tito Mboweni avoids any reference to state capture and tries to restore credibility, particularly from the business community, and I would also argue from foreign investors.
Mboweni has strong credentials within the ANC, having held the position of Deputy Head of Economic Policy. In recent years, Mboweni has held executive and non-executive positions in private companies, mostly in mining. Sumitra Nadu, CGTN, Johannesburg, South Africa.